So recently at the skate park, I was playing with my scooter, just doing a bunch of tail whips and bri whips and all that, up the ramp and all that normal stuff on a scooter. So at the skate park, there was a lot of kids there that day. A lot of kids, but mostly they all were on scooters, and a few of them were on skateboard, and that was like freaking awesome. I can't believe there's kids that like skateboarding. So I was at the skate park, yeah, and I technically saw a kid die at the skate park. And every time I go there, the first thing I do is practice grinding in 180s. So last time I went there was on Sunday. I'm probably gonna go there again, but maybe not. So I was literally freaking having a good time there until I saw a freaking kid being murdered by a freaking 14-year-old. So technically what happened, I was freaking doing like a bunch of tail whips and all that, and there's a small hip in the freaking skate park. So there was a 14-year-old coming, and then guess what happened? He crashed. The scooter front wheel crashed straight into the I don't know, 6-year-old's head, like immediate, like bang, like straight off headshot. And the first thing I heard is just screaming. I just see the 4-year-old or 6-year-old fall on the floor and start screaming. I'm like, what the heck just happened? Did he just die? So I don't know if he's in the hospital right now, but he just started like having a seizure. Literally, he was shaking on the floor. His legs were moving everywhere, like he had a concussion. And so this is the part that I hated. All the skaters there are so mean. They're all teenagers, and they keep on cursing and all that. Every time they fall, they freaking scream, saying the F word, like, boy. So last time I went there, it was Sunday. So then I came there, and guess what happened? I was freaking again screamed by bullies. Screamed by skaters, teenagers, going like, "Hey, you, get out of the way! I'm gonna try a freaking pop shove it over this." I'm like, boy, this is like a skate park meant for scooters. And then immediately, freaking 85 people come out of nowhere, screaming at me, saying, "Boy, you better be nice to my teenager, or else we'll freaking destroy you." I'm like, okay. So I go on, keep doing my tricks, and then freaking a bunch of people start talking about memes, which I do like, the memes that I like. So I start talking to them. And then the teenagers say, "Can you guys move? We're gonna try to go down the ramp." But there's no ramps near us. There's like freaking like ramps across like a mile away from us. And then they're like, "Can you guys move? Are you guys gonna start from all the way here and freaking try to ollie into there? And if you try that, you're probably gonna break your face because your skateboard is like freaking waxed up. And the coping there is freaking more waxed than like, I don't know, a freaking rail." So they freaking try to go down the ramp from across the whole entire skate park. And guess what happened? All of them, each one of them, when they tried, they all face planted. I'm like, I just started laughing. And then the 14-year-old that has a skateboard and a scooter, he bring both. So then he mostly rided his scooter. So he's the one that freaking destroyed the 6-year-old. So he crashed into me though he technically snaked me. So mostly this is gonna be about snakes. There's a skateboarder kid. He was like freaking like 1 billion pounds. He was like fatter than the sun, literally. Not trying to be rude. So I was doing like freaking 180s and tail whips over and over again. And then guess what happened? He comes out of nowhere down the ramp when he's literally looking straight at me. He comes down the ramp and he crashes straight into me. And this part is the funny part. He comes back, snakes me when I'm grinding the rail, and guess what happens? My scooter crashes straight into his face. Technically, like, I was the 14-year-old. And technically, he started screaming too. Well, he didn't scream. He was literally like crying. Like, "Why did you hit me with your scooter?" And it was not my fault. I'm like, yo, it's not my fault. You came in the way. So he like walked away to a different place. I don't even know where he went. So then another kid came, which he was riding his skateboard again, And then there was another, like, I bet that was his friend that came with the scooter. They were like both talking around. I don't know what they were talking about, probably about memes or something. So then, guess what happened? I was walking to the freaking mega ramp that was like 100 feet long, tall. And I just walk over there, and guess what who I see? The freaking Snaker Master 856. He comes out of nowhere when I'm about to go down the ramp, and he crashes straight into me. I'm like, boy, I can't do this. Why do you get in the way with people? I'm like, if I see this kid one more time, I'm gonna freaking like destroy him. And guess what happens? He comes right in the way again, annoying me so much. And if I hit him again, he'll start screaming like always. If I hit him in the face with my scooter again, he'll go like, "Oh my god, mommy, this kid hit me." And I had a freaking reason, because he freaking kept on snaking me. So I walked away. I went to the freaking other ramp, which is like 2 centimeters long. And then guess what happened? He followed me there, but he didn't snake me. That was lucky. But the other two kids, the skateboarder, guess what happened? The skateboarder kid, remember those two kids that I talked about, the skateboarder and the scooter, they were talking to each other when they entered the skate park? Yeah, the freaking scooterer went straight in the way, and I tail whipped his leg, and he like started screaming like I hit his ankle. And I've done that before. I've hit my ankle with the scooter, because my scooter is made out of not metal, but technically I don't know what it's made out of. It's very heavy, so every time you try to do a freaking trick, you have to be like have to be on steroids to freaking lift it. So then the scooter kid was snaking me, and then guess what? The freaking skateboarder kid started snaking me, the friend. And I'm like, okay, if I get snaked again, I'm gonna like freaking destroy all these kids. Guess what happened? I got snaked again by the same kid, the first kid that started snaking me. I'm like, oh my god, how many more times will I get snaked in this day? If I get snaked one more time, I'm literally gonna throw my scooter and hit the kid that snaked me. And then guess what? I literally did. Well, I hit them in like the foot, and they started like freaking out, going like, "Oh my god, that hurt so much! Why would you throw it at me? All I did is freaking go in front of you 100 times." I'm like, boy, you went in front of me like 80,000 times, and once. You have to be like so lucky to not get hit by me when I'm doing tricks, because every time I do a trick, my whole entire body goes across the freaking universe. Because my body is I'm not that tall. I'm freaking 4'6", and every single day I try to not fail horribly being snaked by someone. Guess what? Another skateboarder kid or adult comes in the way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this small Snake Master 856 video in the skate park. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you amazing memesters in the next episode. Bye bye.